And to start with you, Connie, I mean, being an actress in the Kenyan industry is a bit, when you compare it to the global standard, there seems to be that there is a lot that we need to do as a country when it comes to expanding our film industry. Comparing it to, say, Nollywood or other international brands, how well are we faring? And where do you see that we can better up in terms of country with consideration and importance of viewing it as an important aspect of the society?
Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. What I can say is that, okay, what I know about Nollywood as that I can compare with what we have in Kenya is that in Nollywood, they appreciate their actors, they appreciate the producers, and you see it makes it easier for the producers to produce more. But in our case here, you find that producers are getting a lot of challenges because you would like to do a very good job, but where are you taking it to? Because when you go to sell it, the offer is too small. So you find that you are being discouraged. Like in my case, when this almost perfect movie, I produced it in Nigeria. Yeah, and when I came here, I went to, okay, I don't want to mention names, but I went to, I went to few media houses, and what they were offering was like, what? Will I do more, or I just leave it at that point? But you see now, in Nigeria, when you do a movie, at least you are sure of getting something. Yeah, so if that one can be looked at, I think we can do better, because you'll find that most producers, they'll go for cheap equipment, and they work with non-professionals because paying these professionals is not easy, because you'll end up, okay, if you are getting something out of it after, you can just put your money in. Yeah, but what is coming out of it is what is discouraging.
It's totally different.
So,
okay. Diana, I'll come to you on this. I mean, there needs to be a clear path forward on addressing the problems within the Kenya film industry. And you hear from Connie here, and she is one person who is at the epicenter of this entire move. And when she compares, we totally see different environments. Therefore, how do we need to scale up our game with regards to if we are to offer a competitive edge as a country?
Well, I think the country just needs to step up its game a little bit, because the fact that, you see, when people like Connie go all the way to Nigeria and they're being appreciated so much, you know, the other day she just got an award. You know, she's being appreciated over there so much.
Elsewhere.
Exactly, and not in Kenya. So you see, when she came back to Kenya after doing the Almost Perfect, we tried to do something. We did a series, hoping that really it's going to work for us. But unfortunately, things didn't just work, you know. Everywhere you take this, nothing happens. So I'm just, okay, according to me, I think the government should do something about this. Because if we could put things in place to support this particular side of entertainment, things can really work for so many people over here.
Connie, we'll come to the nitty-gritty of it, how it plays the importance its importance in the society. But being one person who is at the center of this entire move, I mean, you have been appreciated elsewhere, not in your country. And that is the same scenario that is facing our athletes, because they are paid elsewhere very well. That's why they are decamping and perhaps being given citizenship elsewhere and run for other countries. Therefore, it speaks literally to, isn't it, perhaps an administration or a system that needs to appreciate homegrown talents rather than frustrating them and giving them small space of operation, in the end prompting them to flee the country, going elsewhere and being productive in abroad.
Yeah. Just like I said, if we are appreciated, like, for example, me, I'm looking at considering working more in Nigeria, because I feel, okay, as much as I have passion to act, I also need money. Yeah. So, but you see, I also feel for my people here that are also into acting, but they can't get a chance. And again, people doesn't take acting more serious because it's not paying. So you're like, okay, I'll act. What am I getting?
There's nothing out of it.
There's nothing out of it. So it's not as if we don't have talents in Kenya. We have people who can act very well. But it's very painful when you're seeing, if you see all these media houses showing Nigerian movies.
Soap opera or Mexican soap opera.
But we don't have, they're not showing Kenyan movies. It's not as if there are no Kenyan movies. They are. But you see, if you go there and like my Almost Perfect movie.
Yeah.
It has not been aired here in Kenya.
Okay.
Why? Because wherever I went, the offer they were giving me was like, no, I can't take this.
Okay.
Yeah. So you feel like, okay, we are really trying much to promote our country.
Okay.
But we are not appreciated. So you're like, okay, let me go and do it where I'll be appreciated. But you see, okay, when I came back, I started my own team called Team Konikabari.
Okay.
So we just did our first movie. It's called The Devil You Know.
Okay.
We launched it. And I have not taken it anywhere because I'm like, okay, will they give me what I need?
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing substantial out of it.
So we just did it, and we are selling DVDs.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I can tell people out there, if you are really, you really need to get into this.
Okay.
We can support each other as well, because if we produce and people buy, at least you get your money back. You can produce another one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if now. But our prayer, just as she has said,
okay.
the government should support us. Like, like what producer should be paid should be looked at.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I'm paid better, even if I'm just making just a little money, I'm not losing my money.
Okay.
It's better.
Contented.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, since we cannot just sit and wait for the government to do something about our situation, that's when we decided to come up with the Team Konikabari. You understand? Yeah. Because we were hoping that we can do something on our own. You know, maybe someday the government can get influence and feel like maybe this one is going to work. You see, just collect a certain smaller number of people, you know, who are really willing to work. We work together. We produce those movies. We sell them amongst ourselves. Because if you take them to any production house, trust me, it will never be taken. If it's taken, even by the time they'll be showing this, they won't even tell you. So even for the actors who want to really spread their wings and let people know about them, they don't even have time for that, you get? Because by the time whatever you did is being aired, you don't even know. You know? So no one even knows you. We have big actors in Kenya. Who knows them? You know? Okay.
Then I mean, let me just pose this question to both of you then. What it means when I hear from you is that we need an attention to our own actors, appreciate them locally, but that isn't happening at the moment, and there's groundswell of perhaps views among the Kenyan public who are much now aligned to, I mean, or being interested in movies or productions that are made out of Kenya because locally produced films or content do not see I mean, the light of the day because of the media gateway that we have in the country, because of the lack of capital out of it and the commercialization aspect, which to many doesn't make sense, and that's why many are fleeing the country to go and being appreciated elsewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we are saying. If we can be appreciated, we can do more, and we can make Kenya proud. Okay. Yeah, because like when I wanted to produce this, The Devil You Know. Yeah. This one that now I did in Kenya.
You did it in Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay, the entire production.
With Kenyans, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And before I did it, I went somewhere and I asked, okay, if I do a Kenyan production, how much would you pay me for it? They said maximum 100 and what? It's 130,000. Okay. Then I was like, 130,000? Okay. Okay. Just consider, how much am I using to produce that movie? How much am I paying the actors? So if you tell me 130,000, honestly, you are breaking our hearts, because how do we do it? Because if I use less money, I'll go for cheap things and I'll end up with very poor quality production. Yeah. So basically, if that can be looked at, we can make this country proud, because we have stories that we can tell. Yeah. Okay. And we have all it takes. Because I'm telling you, if we are appreciated, we can do much better. I have a team of 68 members. Okay. Yeah. 68, which is, I mean, 130,000, about $1,300 US, which doesn't make sense to that team, 68, even if you divide. I mean, you end up being in the negative when you have used more cash to produce the film, yet the appreciation isn't there. In terms of the market price, before you go to Diana, in terms of the market price for a production before it goes to see the light of the day for the public to see that, in terms of the comparison with Nollywood and the Nigerian market, how much is the difference? I didn't get that.
in terms of the difference with the cash that, I mean, is offered in the Nollywood setup, say in Nigeria, with the Kenyan, if you compare, what's the difference? And is that one that seals the loopholes and can, I mean, if divided, can satisfy the entire team after production?
Yeah, okay, like you see, when I went to media houses in Nigeria for that same movie that I brought in Kenya, I was being offered around 900,000.
Okay.
The same movie that I was being told that I'll be paid 130,000.
It's more than 700 plus thousand.
Yeah, in fact, I was told 120, and then I was like, oh God, it's too small. They said, okay, you can do 130. Yeah, so I was like, oh, then I need to go and concentrate there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But you see, I'm a Kenyan. I also want to make my Kenya, my country proud. Yeah. Yeah, because okay, I'm also very proud that I'm a Nollywood member. Yeah, I'm actually a Nollywood producer and also a Nollywood actress. Okay. I'm proud of that, yes. Okay. But I'll be more proud if I'm making my country better. Okay.
Diana, this speaks to a lot, isn't it? The lack of attention, the lack of appreciation, the sidelining of the film industry. More so, what's even worse is that the society views this as perhaps not an issue that's important, and we have seen film industry, which comes up through talent, has pays millions of shillings. I mean, how well do we need to change the script from the societal perspective to an issue that perhaps is that conveys information, one, about the society, two, pays in terms of the commercialization aspect, although appreciated elsewhere, and therefore how do we entirely demystify that mindset within the society that film doesn't pay or is not important?
Oh, well, it still goes back to our country. If only our country would learn how to appreciate this, things might change. Because you see, as it is right now, you find that someone is in almost all TV stations, you know, doing that series, doing this one. And trust me, those people don't even have money. Because just like what she was saying a while ago, you know, when they're offering you such a small amount of money, you don't even know how to pay your people, you know, your actors. You don't even know how to pay them. So at the end of the day, you'll end up giving these people too much work, paying them peanuts. They don't have nothing. So even whatever we are producing will not even be up to standard. Unlike in Nigeria, you find that those people have ready market, you know. So what we could do, according to me, what I think what we could do is just to promote this, you know, put places whereby people can watch, you know, someone can just produce and we put those things out there, you know, let Kenyans watch. The other day they were talking about something to do with the government coming up with something like producing things, uko mashinani, you get, for free, so that local stations can watch that. I don't know where that thing went to all of a sudden. But I was thinking that that could be one step ahead to maybe help this industry. Yeah. The reason, since we don't know what is going to happen, that's the reason why we chose to have our own team, you understand? Yeah, so we have Team Koni Kabari that we think sooner or later is going to make that change that Kenyans need. Yeah, because there are so many Kenyans outside here who really want to get into this industry, but they're scared. They don't know what they're going to make out of it. They don't know whether it's really going to work for them or not. Do you understand? Yeah, so if Team Koni Kabari really makes it the way we hope it's going to be, then that's a change that Kenya needs. Yeah.